Welcome, fabulous people, to another fabulous episode of Fab Life with yours truly, with JC. Today I am super stoked and super excited because I am going to do a movie review of the horror movie It Chapter 2. But before that, I stumbled upon a rom-com on my way to New York for Fashion Week while I was flying on JetBlue. I saw this movie named Isn't It Romantic? It's a story about a young woman disenchanted with love mysteriously finds herself trapped in a romantic comedy. So she got mysteriously trapped. And it stars no less than Rebel Williams. Ooh, we love Rebel Williams. She is such a talented comedian. And of course the two handsome guys are in here. Liam Hemsworth and Adam Devine, and the beautiful Priyanka Chopra and Betty Gilpin, and so many others are here. And this movie was directed by Todd Strauss-Schulson. So anyhow, about this movie, at first, my seatmate on the plane was watching this movie, so obviously I didn't hear the audio. It was in silent mode. And so luckily I had my earphones with me, which a flight attendant cordially gave it to me for free during my previous flight, not on this flight. So anyhow, I got my, my earphones handy, and then plugged it in, and then tuned in and watched it from the very, very beginning. And I really love this romantic comedy. I mean, I highly the comedy, and also Liam Hemsworth. I never thought that it was in him to do a comedy. So, yes, oh my gosh, it is a phenomenal movie, and I believe, of course, since it's a little bit old, it's no longer, I don't think it's no longer available in the theater, but you can watch it in Blu-ray, or if you want to stream it, I think it's already probably available in Netflix or Amazon or all the other medias. And it's just super phenomenal. I just love the way, I don't know how to say this to you guys without giving any spoilers alert, but the movie starts out in the real world and real life situation of how this woman who seems to be very marginalized and a woman who seems very rejected, so she basically doesn't have a voice, and even if she's a talented architect, her superiors don't take her seriously, because she lacks that self-confidence, and as we always say in this show, your best accessory is your self-confidence. And she obviously didn't have that, and they always mistook her for the girl who gets coffee or girl who throws out the trash. Until later on, she was able to find her self-worth, and she started, to take herself seriously as a legitimate, talented architect, and she started to love herself. And that is when she found her anchor. But luckily, I'm still not giving the movie away. Bless you. So anyhow, the cast was truly amazing, and Priyanka Chopra, you know, she's this Indian beauty, so exotic. She in this movie, she embodied the model of a Pantene commercial model. And she looked really gorgeous, all the way around gorgeous. And so, oh my goodness, I can't stress enough how much I really love this movie, and about how you guys have to go out there and watch this movie. And oh my gosh, Rebel Wilson is truly amazing. I think that a lot of these Australian actors that have invaded Hollywood, and I shouldn't say invaded, but more like a gift of God to Hollywood, are amazingly talented. You know, we got Rebel Wilson, we got Kate Blanchett, Liam Hemsworth, the brother Chris Hemsworth who plays Thor. All these Australians in Hollywood, and of course there's Mel Gibson. You know, if I've missed any other Australian actors out there, please correct me and write a note on the comment. Oh, you missed this person, or you missed this person. But I think that they are truly phenomenal. And one thing that this movie stirred the pot is that it is also the story of, you know, going back to Rebel Wilson's character as a plus-size woman getting her ideal man. You know, and she does. She does get her ideal man, and she did get her ideal man, you know, whether it was in the real world or in the comedic world that she was trapped in. And another thing that I loved about this movie is that she couldn't say any cuss words, because the moment that she would say a cuss word, you know, a truck would walk by or the buzzer would sound and she would freak out and say, "I'm trapped in a PG-13 world. What the bleep, 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 bleep." So it's truly funny, the way they did it, and the scenes, you know, the scenes. So one particular scene that I'm going to give away, oops, spoiler alert, is when she got trapped in the make-believe world, you know, because in the reality of in the movie, she lives in a very crappy apartment, and her dog doesn't even love her, and the dog doesn't even want to give her a kiss. So something happened to her. I'm not going to tell you what happened to her. You have to see the movie. Something happened to her that she entered into this fantastical world, and that she was shocked. And so when she finally entered that fantastical world, it's almost like she woke up to it. And she called up 911, and then the operator of 911, "Please state the nature of your emergency." And then she said, "I've got an emergency. I'm living in such a beautiful apartment, and I've got a big closet filled with shoes." And the lady, of course, said, "Is that your emergency?" And then she hung up the phone on her. And then her obnoxious neighbor in the fantastical world became her gay sidekick. So it's truly funny. It kind of reminds me a little bit of our comedy here in social media shows, which is Geezy and his frenemies. But the guy who plays the gay guy in this movie is incredibly funny. I mean, he is so super funny. So, my directoire, are we going to take a break? Yes, we are. And up next, I am going to talk just a little bit more about this comedy, about Isn't It Romantic? And we will be right back, because that will be up next.
Social media shows
is about
branding,
opportunity,
and outreach.
We are an entertainment company that empowers others
by promoting and supporting our community
and everyone who reaches our content.
Here on social media shows,
Here we're a family.
We are family.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing.
We are family.
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 We are family, and we want you to be part of our social media shows family.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together. And let's bring the world to you. Join us now. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you.
of Fab Life, and now this entire episode is movies. I'm doing a movie review right now of the tail end of Isn't It Romantic? So yes, my fabulous girls and boys, beautiful people, please watch that movie by Rebel Wilson, Priyanka Chopra, and Adam Devine and Liam Hemsworth. It's going to be worth your time, and it's truly a riot of a comedy. And don't you just love who I'm having a movie review? I'm having a movie review with this beautiful cat, the black cat Nala. She's here. It seems like she doesn't like any of the movies that I'm reviewing right now, so she has decided to turn her back on me. She's like, no, I don't like any of them. Okay, Nala, to each his own. She's like, she see that? She actually blinked at me. And so now, without further ado, we will transition into the horror movie of the year, which is the number one movie of the year, which is the It Chapter 2, which follows It Chapter 1, and movie, because I did see the original episodes of the It. There's a marked difference to it that I think that in the original movie, I love the fact that they showed the true nature of the clown, but in this latest iteration, they still retain the clown, even if like parts of his body turned into something else. I'm not going to tell you what he turns into. But they did show in this movie, and it's what I love, that the evil force that possessed the clown was from another world. Oh, goodbye, Nala. See, she left the set. She found it boring. So anyhow, this movie is from Warner Brothers, and it stars James McAvoy, Jessica Chastain, Bill Hader, Isaiah Mustafa, Jay Ryan, James Ransom, Andy Bean, Jaden Martell, Wyatt Oleff, Jack Dylan Grazer, Finn Wolfhard, Sophia Lillis, Chosen Jacobs, Jeremy Ray Taylor, and Bill Skarsgård, and it was directed by Andy Muschietti. Yes. And let me read to you a little bit of the plot line. Evil resurfaces in Derry. That's the town, where if you saw the original movie, the children who were known as the losers lived in that town. So evil resurfaces in Derry, as director Andy Muschietti reunites the Losers Club in a return to where it all began with It Chapter 2. The conclusion to the highest grossing horror film of all time. Can you just imagine that? 27 years after the Losers Club defeated Pennywise, that's the clown, he has returned to terrorize the town of Derry once more. Now adults, now the losers have grown into the adults. The losers have long since gone their separate ways. However, people are disappearing again. So Mike, the only one of the group to remain in their hometown, calls the others home. Damaged by the experience of their past, they must each conquer their deepest fears to destroy Pennywise once and for all, putting them directly in the path of the shape-shifting clown that has become deadlier than ever. Oh my goodness, it's really frightening. And that it did. It had a lot of scares and boos. And, you know, I got like boo. You know, not boo, but it was more like boo. And, oh my goodness, it was, some parts were really scary, most especially, you know, you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen the trailer wherein Jessica Chastain's character visits her old apartment, and she sees, you know, seemingly friendly old lady in the apartment, and it turns out that she wasn't friendly after all, and that she wasn't really an old lady, but she was something else. And it really scared the daylights out of me. Oh, it was, oh wow. It was just super scary. So do I recommend this movie? Do I highly recommend this movie? Yes, I highly recommend this movie. Although I can feel that some people, you know, had their misgivings and their own review of the movie. It kind of divided the critics into two: the ones that are for it and the ones who are against it. And I personally am for it, although I would have loved it, once again, going back to what I said earlier, I would have loved it if I'd seen a different kind of evil creature and a different kind of evil entity, just like what I saw in the, you know, the original movie. They showed what the real creature looks like. I just wish that they didn't retain the clown, you know, when that big moment came. But I think that it was very effective for the plot line of this movie. Yes, it was very effective in the sense that the people still were reminded who Pennywise was, you know, even towards the end. And also in this movie, I noticed that there's half of it has some homoerotic undertone and overtone to it. So those of you who are into that type of movie, this movie may be for you. If not, we'll skip it. But all in all, I think that I personally highly recommend this movie. It was horrific and it was otherworldly at the same time. You know, just like what I said earlier, the creature, the evil creature, came from another world. They didn't explain it or expound it really well, whether he came from another planet or another dimension, or probably both. So he came from another world, and he came to the town of Derry to wreak havoc and horror and evil in that town. And also he played and possessed people's imagination, so they would see things that weren't really there. And, you know, since they would think that they weren't really there, that they would think that it would be harmless, and it turns out that they were there, even if they weren't there, and they were there. So I know it's kind of confusing, but you have to see the movie. You really have to see the movie for yourself. Okay, I really miss the cat Nala because the cat Nala just left me. So yeah, I mean it's truly an amazing movie, and that's probably the reason why they didn't show any other movies alongside of it. You know, because I think the people in Hollywood and Warner Brothers wanted it to be the big event prior to Halloween. Yeah, it's definitely a Halloween movie, and I could see the numbers definitely picking up for Halloween. So there you have it. Oh, director, is it time for a commercial? Yes, and now we're going on a commercial break. And up next, I will be talking just a little bit more about the It Chapter 2. And so don't go away. We will be right back.
Las Vegas. It's the second annual Radio Grammy Awards Show. Radio Grammy. Showcasing the talents of 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio. It all happens on Wednesday, September 25th, exclusively at the Park MGM Juniper Lounge, right on the Las Vegas Strip. Red carpet walk down starts at 6 p.m. and ceremony award show starts at 7 p.m. sharp. An incredible evening no one will ever forget. The second annual Radio Grammy Awards Show. Sponsored by Park MGM Juniper Lounge, the Healthy Foundations Center, Healing Ghetto Las Vegas, Final Focus, DJ Bad Girl Entertainment, Paris Perfumes, and Power X Energy Drink. The second annual Radio Grammys Award Show, showcasing the talents of 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio, only in Las Vegas.
Check it. Trying to build a bridge, instead I burned it down. Oh, I tried to lift him up, but found me beaten down to the ground. I was too weak, it's my pain, caught up in the flood. That was my rain. We both moved on, but my heart remains there.
Welcome back to the last segment of Fab Live. Thank you for tuning in. Before I go further, I'd like to thank all those people who keep on supporting Fab Live and who are tuning in regularly. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, every week we're trying to improve this show, and we're just improving it to the point that it's truly going to be like a world-class, fabulous show about fabulous people, fabulous event, and fabulous and amazing fashion and fabulous celebrities and singers. Everything under the sun, under the fabulous sun. So now I'm continuing with It Chapter 2, a horror movie. Somebody asked me how it was, and I said, oh, it's scary. And then asked me, but why? Oh, because it's a horror movie. It is a horror movie. So anyhow, I'm just looking at the visuals behind me, and I think the director did a very, very amazing job. And so that's it for my movie reviews. So don't forget to watch the first review that I made of Isn't It Romantic? I think I accidentally created a typo in the letterhead, because in the letterhead it's written, is it romantic? No, the title is Isn't It Romantic? So it's funny that I'm doing a movie review. I did a movie review of Isn't It Romantic, because the second movie that I reviewed was called It Chapter 2. It's not that the romantic comedy turned into a horror movie, although sometimes that can happen. So that's it. I highly recommend these two movies. Please go out there and watch it. And if, Isn't It Romantic is already out in DVD and Blu-ray, just go rent the DVD or Blu-ray, or you can download it or upload it, watch it on Netflix or Amazon Prime or any of your favorite streams. You can watch it there. Hopefully it's available. So, and now, in a few weeks to come, we will be showing my coverage of the Manhattan Fashion Week. But before that, in a few days from now, on Wednesday, Maria and I are so excited, because we will be at this awesome, great event, which is the second annual Radio Grammy Awards night by DJ Bad Girl. And it is from 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio. Yes, because she is taking over Las Vegas. That's why it's called 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio. Yes, and we would like to take over Vegas, but not only Vegas. We'd like to take over New York. We'd like to take over Hollywood. And we would like to take over the world. We'll take on over the world. So, yes, that is one event that you're not going to, you won't want to miss, because we're doing an ambush interview over there at the second annual Radio Grammy Awards night. And not only an ambush interview, but we will also be categorizing the best couple of the evening or the worst couple of the evening, the best dress, the worst dress, and who, the star of the... I mean, it's going to be fun. It's never been done before here on social media. So there's always a first. I'm so excited about it. And there you have it, fabulous girls and boys, fabulous people. Thank you for watching. And hi, Tito Ike. Tito Ike, thank you for tuning in. He's the only one that I can see right now. And also Martha Magpayo. Hi, Martha de los Reyes. Thank you for tuning in. And so there you have it, fabulous girls and boys, for an amazing episode of Fab Life. And don't you ever forget, well, first of all, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure of mine that you've tuned in to my show. But don't you ever forget that your best fashion accessory is your self-confidence chowder.
Get ready, Las Vegas. It's the second annual Radio Grammy Awards Show. Radio Grammy. Showcasing the talents of 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio. It all happens on Wednesday, September 25th, exclusively at the Park MGM Juniper Lounge, right on the Las Vegas Strip. Red carpet walkdown starts at 6 p.m. and ceremony award show starts at 7 p.m. sharp. An incredible evening no one will ever forget. The second annual Radio Grammy Awards Show. Sponsored by Park MGM Juniper Lounge, the Healthy Foundations Center, Healing Ghetto Las Vegas, Final Focus, DJ Bad Girl Entertainment, Paris Perfumes, and Power X Energy Drink. The second annual Radio Grammys Awards Show, showcasing the talents of 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio, only in Las Vegas.